Sure, abuti honestly.
Continue, members. Those who are still dishing, please do so very quietly so that we can continue. It's late now. It's 3:20. I was called to order on email by one person who, Honorable Cesar, please go answer the phone outside. The meeting has started now. I was saying I was called to order by one of the people who were watching us. No, SABC has left. They are going to compile a report. They've got deadlines. I made a joke on a lighter note about when we were talking about Honorable Molife's PhD, and I said I hope he did not get it as an RPL. And somebody, it was a joke, you know. Yeah, but I understand where the person comes from. That there are a lot of current students and prospective students who want to go to Fort Hare, and if we keep on making jokes about Fort Hare like that, it might not look good. And I would like to, I know we were specifically talking about the RPL, given what the SIU had reported to us about the RPL program on the 14th of February this year. But I understand where the person comes from, and I want to apologize to him and many others who may feel offended about that particular comment, which I made as a joke. Minister, the advert, when it comes, it says SITA board chairs at what. So where does it go? Who receives these applications?
Oh. I don't want to appear eating.
Yeah. Yeah, no, let's take, you'll eat after the meeting.
No, thank you so much, Chair. I think because Mabungubane indicated that in terms of administration, he's the one who consolidates all the reports from and hand over to the office of the minister. There is an email as appears in that Gazette, sitachairs@et.gov.za. So he's the one who is managing and monitoring the nominations as they come. That's why he indicated that he's responsible administratively. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much. So when I apply, Tate Mabuza Ngubane is the one who's going to receive in the department my application. And then what is the process from there, Tate Ngubane? Do we take it to the minister straight? Do we process it internally in the department? What is the process?
Thank you very much, Chairperson. There's some administrative processing that entails capturing, because it's just the documents come as emails, so they needed to be captured. That is the processing part of it. Thank you.
And then after that, where does it go? It goes to the minister.
Yes, correct.
Okay. And then, so when it comes from the SITA coordination, Minister, it comes to you. It's a raw data. It has not been filtered with those who qualify, those who do not qualify, those who have not submitted, who have submitted IDs that are scanned and are too dark, because it's just raw data. It comes like that, just on the record, Minister.
Thank you so much, Chair. It comes as soft copies as well as hard copies.
But there's raw data.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So when it gets to the minister, what then happens? You've received 500 and something applications for 21 city board chairs. What then happens after that? What is the process that you take in order for us to get to the second, third, fourth stage so that we can appoint?
I think I did indicate, Chair, that hence the Act empowers the minister to oversee the process. It is the prerogative of the minister on how the process must follow. I have developed my own systems because AG complained that there is no proper system and no paper trail when they want to understand how the process unfolded. So after that, everything is handed over to me to work closely with the independent panel. That's where it ends. Then once the independent panel has concluded the processes, then we compile the report. I also utilize CITA coordination to assist in terms of populating the report to meet the standards of NSA. Then the report goes to NSA.
Yeah.
As per the Act.
Let me just clarify. We are not against what the Act says on Section 11(1)(a) that gives the minister the prerogative to appoint. We just want to understand. You have 520 applications. In the ministry, I don't know how your staff, what is the composition of your staff. So how do you then process the 500 and whatever number to shortlist?
Chair, I indicated that I take the raw data as it is and hand over it to the panel.
Okay. Yeah, it was not that clear. I'm glad it's clear now. So it comes and goes to this panel. Okay. And I know, Minister, you said you are not going to share the panel with us at this point. You are going to check. But what is the, you did say that the panel is credible, fit for purpose. We'll take your word for it. The 4 or 5 member panel that we're talking about, who are volunteering their services to you, what is their administrative competence? Because this would look like it has a lot of administrative work. They must sort out, check first whether this candidate, Tebogo, has submitted all documents, has the documents are certified, has got the relevant qualifications, all of those things. That's a pretty much administrative part of the work there. What is their, do they have an administrative support that you are giving them, the panel? Because I suspect if you're putting in a panel, it's a high level panel of very serious people who possesses very high credentials. Do we have, how do they deal with it? Are you giving them administrative support? How are we dealing with it?
I do provide them with administrative support, but I feel, Chair, we're being too technical now, getting in the space of the minister as empowered by the Skills Development Act. Honestly, I must register that. Because now it's like you're going to say me, how many people were in those interviews if you were interviewing somebody? Even when you tape a cabinet memo, those issues are not being asked. I must register my concern that I'm not comfortable with that matter, because it's like you are interfering with the act, the section that empowers the minister to execute her responsibilities.
No, we're not interfering, Minister. We're asking these questions because I've already mentioned 3 points which disapproves your earlier assertion that the process was beyond reproach. So this is the point we want to drive to you for you to understand. We're not interfering with your duties as a minister and the Act. We don't want to enter into that space. But we want to register how we believe you are getting this point, because at the beginning of the meeting, you're very clear that this thing is beyond reproach. In fact, members were even joking about it at the beginning, about beyond reproach. The Honorable Lonzi said legal must explain what is beyond reproach. So we want to show you, so that when you do it again, when you do this process, because it's going to be done, when you do it again, these gaps that would have identified with you, because your team would not have identified it. If they had identified it, you would have came here and said, initially we believed that the process was too clean, was 100%, was perfect, as you said. But in retrospect, we believe it's not. So we're not interfering. And I want to also place it on record that this is not interfering. This is us doing... You want to call order, DG?
Thank you, Chair. I don't know if I can comment.
Yeah, but we are talking, DG, and you are disrupting us. We've been telling you the whole time. So that's why I was asking if you are calling order.
No, I'm not sure.
Yeah, but please, DG, some of us, when we are, you are disrupting our chain of thoughts. We did say that, please speak on WhatsApp there, Yeah. So I thought Minister must just clarify that particular part. What makes in your own view, Minister, what makes a person credible? When you say this one, Tebogo Chair, is credible or is not credible, what makes him credible in your own view? Minister?
What makes a person credible, Chair, is exactly how it is defined when you Google. By encyclopedia, you'll see what it means. It's exactly that.
You are not going to answer us. You are not going to answer us, Minister.
I've responded, Chairperson.
Okay, so I'll take it, the Minister, you are not going to answer us on the credibility, because the reason I was asking this question, Kakao, who's singing there, please? I was going to say, if you are saying to us, you have handpicked, or what do you call it? What is the right word? Handpicked, or you have applied your mind on who then becomes this panel. It's okay, that's your prerogative. But these people may be credible to you because of what you know about them. But they may not be credible to somebody else. There are 1,000 people here who may believe that I'm not credible. There may be 1 million people who believe I'm credible. And they are using their own discretion on credible. And we then take these people, and I want to assume they are credible. I want to give them that respect. They are credible. We then, without vetting, because I think there was a concession earlier that the panel was not vetted. or they were screened but not vetted, something to that effect. And give these people to deal with a sensitive matter here that may also have, if they've not signed non-disclosures, and the reason why I'm even jumping that part of asking if they went through this process is because, Minister, you have decided to say we are now encroaching on your job when we are asking, you're saying you are too technical and encroaching on your job. But we have exposed these 500 and something people who have applied to people who have not been vetted, who have not signed, we'll assume they've not signed non-disclosures of information.
They did.
Yeah, but again now we don't know, because when we ask you, you say we're being too technical and we're encroaching on the job of the minister. Because reality is then, we then have a problem, about this, with this particular people. We are going to ask you to reconsider, maybe ask them, do you mind if I think you said to some member that you are going to look at, I think it was member Desiree van der Walt, that you are going to ask, you are going to reconsider appointing another panel, not the one that was there. Did I get it right? Okay. So maybe it might not then be relevant for you to give us the name of that panel, because it will no longer be the one that deals with these issues. We must accept that members were correct. The process was never beyond reproach, because you have a highly qualified individual, as Honorable Ngubane says, who was in the SITA system as a COO, who the same system says there's allegations of corruption against. I must confess, I don't know the story around this matter of Elizabeth Tobejan. I don't know the story around it. But the same system that is we are supposed to believe is beyond reproach does not pick up, or this person that we are taking there as a board chair was in the system and left the system under a cloud. We can agree that it was beyond reproach. It's not possible. We can't. And we must accept that and if it means maybe the panel did not have enough resources, maybe the reason is we did not give them enough resources to pick these things up. We just said to them, we want the report next week Friday. They had to go, that company that you have appointed, EMI or whatever, they just ran through over the counter. They did not even go to, in depth. But you have NSA. NSA should know, last year, and that day, Kuzwai, we said to you, in the past 10 years, go and do a report for us for the past 10 years. I want to remind you, and I told you the significance of this thing. It's just that when we speak, I don't know, sometimes I question my English. Maybe when I speak, what I think I'm saying is not being heard on the other side. Because every time when we ask you, department, do this, you go and do something else. Every time. This is what we said, Minister, to avoid this thing. Go and do a 10-year review in all the SETAs, both management and boards. We said so to you. Said in the boards, you go and say 2014 till 2019, this person was a chairperson of construction seat, no, under administration. Let me think of something. Bank seat, a chairperson of a bank seat. And these other people were in the, what do you call that management of the board? What do you call them? Exco. They were in the exco of this seat. There is this Msazana who was an ARC chair at this bank seat, audit and risk. In the past, in that 5 years, this seater performed badly on audit. No problem. 2020 to 2025, these people were just moved around the seaters. This Msazana guy, who was an ARC chair of bank seat and performed badly for 5 years, now Vumbugas as an ARC chair of Chieta. Chieta in 2014 till 2014 till 2019 was performing well. But since Msazana arrived with his bad reputation from 2014, 2019, the Chieta now performs badly on audit. We said, go and do that thing. Why did we ask you to do that? We even said in management, you must go and check who was charged, left before their cases could conclude. Where did they go? You remember that day? We said, and why did we say you must do those things? It's because of this, what we are seeing here. Now we're shocked that a person, I don't even know the period the lady was in the sitters. It might very well be that he was in this period that we are talking about. At least you know he was suspended, but your system did not catch him that there was this thing. Right? You don't do that report for us. In fact, like I said, I've not seen the full list of the NSA, but in the pictures that I saw on the D-head, I saw a person there, a person I have serious interest on. Serious interest on. Who was a chair of services SETA, and that board overcommitted the SETA by over 4 billion when they were leaving, the final days of them leaving. That SETA is struggling to balance their books because of those overcommitments. As we speak, 2020 to 2025, what did they go? Given, what is that, the mayor SETA. She was chair of mayor SETA. Where is she now? I saw on the pictures, NSA. I saw her on the pictures there. I hope it's a look-alike. I'm happy you are shaking your head. Because if I'm happy you are shaking your head. But I saw, because we had said, go and do these things. Because we don't want to, somebody messes up here, it goes there, you know, because you don't put mechanisms, and tomorrow they will blame the minister. The minister appointed. But the minister was not there when this person was getting all this, and you don't even give her those reports of 2014 to 2019. You see? So that is why we're saying you must do it, NSA. When we do it, DG, no point of order. DG, switch off the mic, Minister, so that we can hear the DG has got a point of order.
Chair, it's not a point of order, it's a point of clarity. You are talking about a report that was done, completed. All of the things we are saying, you said needed to be done, were done. So I don't understand whether your line of question is about the quality of that report or inadequacies that you have derived from going through it. But we do not wish that we go on record as people who did not take advice of this portfolio committee because the report is there, it can be produced now.
Yeah, DG. That the format that we've asked you to do it is not there. You can open it now and choose any seat of your choice, and then tell me who went through a disciplinary hearing between 2014 till 2020. You can choose. You have it there. You can open it. I'm telling you. You have given us that report that does not speak to this thing that the report that you have, they want to help you. You have done some work, I'm telling you. That's why I said, I did not say you did not do any job. I said you did, but the manner at which you've compiled that report that does not assist us. And I want us to leave it at that. The what do you call this, the minister? The Gazette. I did not hear whether you said. I thought it was out, but I hear that after you had a conversation with Honorable van der Walt, you are saying it will come out. Can you just clarify on the Gazette? Is it out or it will come out?
Chair, it's not Honorable van der Walt. It was Honorable Soul who was having a concern that the issue of race is not covered on the Gazette. Then we said, as much as it is out, we wouldn't mind to make those amendments and reissue again tomorrow, which is then going to extend the days.
Okay.
It was not Honorable van der Walt.
Okay. So okay. So
We are just going to come back
on the race, you'll just put you're encouraging colored people, Indian people, and white people to apply. Okay. No, it makes sense. If you can just also add young people, people with disabilities, to also apply. Honorable Khakau, you had a follow-up. You're done.
I'd even forgotten about the follow-up, Chair. Chair, I want to say, so the minister obviously can't tell us who the people of the panel are. You also can't tell us which wing of Luthuli House authorized it, which is fine. My question is, are you able to provide the committee with the minutes?
Order, Chairperson.
With the minutes of the... Can I submit and then
Yeah,
I
no,
take
but
the
you're
order?
not making things easy for you.
Are you willing to
No.
give us
Can I
the
call
minutes
order,
of
I'm not
Chairperson?
making things easy for you. I'm going to stop you because you're not making things easy for yourself. Honorable Khabo.
I want to call the honorable member to order because of, in terms of the Skills Development Act, there is no way where the Progressive and Revolutionary House of Luthuli is being mentioned there. So the honorable member, she's been disingenuous. She's just misbehaving by dragging the name of a revolutionary leader of the gigantic African National Congress into processes where Luthuli House is not involved. Thank you.
Honorable Khakho, please ask the question properly if you don't want me to take my minutes.
Minister, are you willing to furnish us with the minutes of the meeting of the panel, that the final consideration that then served before your table on the recommendation that you took to NSA?
Sure, Chair. It is the discretion of the minister the issue of the appointment of chairpersons of SETA boards. There are no minutes that I'm going to table before them. The only thing that I can share, because it is in the public domain, is the reports that I've tabled before NSA. And to clarify matters, there is no Luthuli that has ever engaged on this matter, hence there is no provision in the Skills Development Act on their role. Thank you.
Indeed, Minister, there's no Luthuli.
It's not a follow-up, Chair.
Yeah, but
It's a request.
you see, Deputy Speaker said to me, if somebody opens the mic, I'm finalizing this matter. There's no Luthuli members. I know that it may be easy to want to take a jab at political parties, but the first one, let it be our job. Let's stick to our job. Honorable Msazan.
No, Chair. For me, it's not another question or follow-up or nothing of the sort. I'm just concerned about the report that the DG is speaking about and that you've responded to, Chairperson. At least I haven't seen it. I might have missed it. So just a request, maybe that we are finished with it if you have it. Thank you very much.
No, thanks. We'll do so. We Honorable Masako.
Can I just a clarity, Chair? I forgot to ask the NSA, because this is not the first time that you have to deal with the list that comes to you. The issue of a 1 day of looking at the board and the induction, is it the first time that is happening that way, or there have been a scenario that it has happened that way before? And what is the norm to you that you can share with us when coming to the forwarded list of the candidates that you have to look into?
Thank you, Honourable Member. So in respect to your question, and I'm sure Honourable Members would have heard, Minister, that the term of office of the SETA boards lapsed on the 31st of March, 2025. So the matter was brought to us on an urgent basis, precisely informed by the fact that the term of office has lapsed.
I'm sorry, Chair. You know, I'm one patient person you can ever get. So the question that I was asking you is it the first time that it has happened this way, this time of 1 day? And what is the norm in the past that, or has it ever happened this way before? And to you, the norm, if you can share with us that it can make you to have a due diligence in looking into this. What is the norm to you?
All right, thank you, Honourable Members. So in terms of has this happened in the past, I don't think the authority would be in a position to answer that, because our appointment, we would have received our appointment in May. So in terms of past experience or having that institutional memory, we would not be in a position. However, through you, Chairperson, I could request the executive officer to maybe respond to that.
All right, thank you, Chairperson. So there is no norm for consultation, but there is a procedure for calling the NSA meetings. So has this happened before? The only time it happened was when the consultation for 2020 appointments occurred, because we were pressed by the COVID national lockdown. And subsequent to that, the authority had taken a resolution that going forward, there would have to be information forwarded beforehand and so on, and which then followed. That was the procedure that was followed. But this time, as the chairperson has indicated, there was this challenge of that there was the term of office had expired, and there was a need to arrest the situation. So the board the authority considered that presentation by the minister and understood that there was a need to quickly arrest the situation that was created by the vacuum.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Thank you, Chairperson and honorable members. The NSA consultation was conducted on the 6th of April. Is it April? Sorry. On the 6th of May, then the NSA advisory note was received by the minister on the 9th of May. That effectively means it was not one day. Thank you.
All right, no, it's fine. So, Minister, you confirm that there will be no legal challenges on the withdrawal?
Sure, I would, Your Honourship.